Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here then hello. My name is Lily and today's video is going to be a bit of a collective haul. I've got some pieces from Mango, some from H&M, a couple from Zara and a couple of miscellaneous items to show you as well. It's actually my first haul of 2022, which is kind of surprising, but in January I wasn't really buying anything because I was just like so over winter fashion, so I wanted to wait a little bit until the transitional kind of spring pieces started coming online. And here we are. So these are pieces I have picked up over February really. As you can see, there are a lot of neutrals on the rail as per usual. If you are new to my channel, then my style is very much neutral. It's very like classic and minimal, lots of denim, lots of tailoring. So yeah, that's just a little introduction to my channel if you are new here. And if you are new, then I would absolutely love it if you could subscribe and also like this video if you did enjoy it. But yeah, without further ado, we shall just get on into the video. Okay, so I thought I would do this shop by shop. So I'm going to start off with Mango, and the first piece I have to show you is a pair of trousers, and they are actually the same style as the pair that I am wearing today, but I picked them up in both colours because I am just honestly so obsessed with them. So they are a high-waisted pair of trousers. They've got belt loops, they've got this little pocket, which I'm not actually sure if that is a functioning pocket, but I wouldn't imagine that it is. But then obviously they have two pockets either side as well. And then they come down into a straight leg, but they are also a little bit of a wide leg as well. Now I am 5'2", and honestly these are the most perfect pair of wide leg trousers for petites that I have ever come across. Now when I am wearing trainers, they are almost floor length. They're not like dragging on the floor or anything, but they are like the perfect length to wear with trainers. But they also work so nicely with heels as well. So if you are taller than me, then I wouldn't let that put you off, but they are probably going to be a slightly different style on you. They're probably going to be more like a straight leg, just classic tailored trouser, as opposed to being like floor length. But yeah, I love these so much. They were $49.99 and I went for a 32 in the cream pair and a 34 in the camel pair, which I think equates to a size 6. Now the 32 definitely fit me better. In trousers I am usually a size 4. The only reason I got these ones in the 6 was because I bought them in Paris and that's the only size they had in store. Now one thing I have noticed is that the fabric for both of them seems to be slightly different. So the cream pair is a little bit thicker. I don't know how you would describe it, but it's kind of more of like a soft material and that slightly weightier material, whereas the camel pair are definitely more of like a classic lightweight tailored trouser. Now I have been wearing these trousers so much already. I just think there are so many different ways that you can style them. You can obviously wear them casually with a oversized t-shirt. I wore the cream pair the other day with a thin roll neck and a blazer and some heeled mules. And you can obviously style them for workwear, kind of like what I'm wearing today, with a satin shirt or a linen shirt in the summer, with bodysuits, with racer neck tops. They would all just work so well. So you get the gist. There's so many different ways that you can wear them, and I am yet to come across a pair of shoes that these don't work with. Next up from Mango, we have another pair of trousers, and again these are a wide leg, but these ones are actually more of a true wide leg, I would say, and they are also much longer than the previous pair. Now on me they are a little bit too long even with heels, so if I were to keep them I would need to get them taken up slightly, and I do think I will keep them because I really like this design detail here. Yes, that is meant to be there, but it is just like a little kind of like a double waist effect with this flat bit here. I just think this makes them look really expensive. It gives them a little bit of extra added detail, which I think just makes them look a little bit more interesting. And I don't have anything else like this in my wardrobe. The other thing that drew me to these trousers is the colour. They are kind of like a stone, beige, and like a very muted green, all like brought into one. So I thought the colour would be so nice for spring and summer. And again, they are a really nice like width. They are obviously a wide leg, but they aren't too wide, and they kind of like slightly flare out, but only very, very slightly. Sizing wise with these ones, I find that they do come up a little bit big. I went for the 32 in them, and they are still too big around the waist. So I would definitely say to size down if you are in between sizes, or maybe even just size down one size anyway. But like I said, I will be getting these tailored if I keep them anyway, so I will just get them taken in at the waist a little bit too. And then next up from Mango, we have a midi dress. Now on the hanger, it is doing it absolutely no justice, but essentially it is a cutout dress, and then it has this like asymmetric one shoulder detail as well. Now cutouts are going to be huge this year, so for me this was an immediate add to basket, and honestly it's probably my favourite piece in the haul. I love the colour. I don't know if this is called like a moss green or a like seaweed green potentially, but it is gorgeous either way, and it's really great quality as well. So the lining is like a satiny style material, and that goes down to around about your knees. In fact, it goes down to where the slit on the leg stops, because it's got a slit up one side, and the material itself is really nice quality too. It's kind of thick and like soft to the touch. Now this was $69.99, so I would say that's on the higher scale for a Mango dress, but now it's arrived, I just think it is worth every single penny, and I love it so much. I just need to find a occasion to wear it. I know you shouldn't really buy something without an occasion in mind to wear it, but honestly I just could not leave this behind. Now I went for a 32 again in this one, so a UK 4, and it fits perfectly. The only thing I would say is that it is quite long on me. Now I could get away with it without having it taken up, but it's probably, I'd say, ankle length, and I think I probably will have a few inches taken off it. In fact, I could probably do that myself with my sewing machine, just to make it that little bit more of a casual length, because the length it is now, it's kind of like an evening style dress, which I would prefer it to be more of a true midi. And then I also have a couple of accessories from Mango to show you. The first one is a bag. So it is this little baguette style shoulder bag in a tan leather. It's faux leather actually, and it was really cheap as well. I bought this one in Paris and it was €25.99, so it's probably around the same price in pounds, or potentially around £20, which is so good. I love the shape of it, and I think it is a great size to transition from day to night. And yeah, it just sits really nicely on the shoulder. It kind of has a bit of a vintage feel to it, which I love as well. And personally, I absolutely love a tan bag in summer, and I just felt I was lacking one in my wardrobe that can be worn in the evening. So yeah, I went for this one, and yeah, I love it. I think Mango are probably my favourite high street store as well for bags. They always have really nice styles, a lot of designer inspired styles as well, and they're always at a really good price too. And then I also picked up a couple of pairs of sunglasses from Mango. So the first pair are a tortoiseshell, round, very retro style pair of sunglasses that are also very much a Celine dupe. Now, I really wanted to buy the Celine pair, but these were $17.99, and the Celine pair are like upwards of like £300. So yeah, I went for these ones instead, and I really, really like them. So this is what they look like on. I really like the shape of them, and I think I will get a lot of wear out of them in the summer with them being tortoise shell. And I also don't have a pair of sunglasses in this shape already, so yeah, for £17.99 I thought they were such a good bargain. And then the second pair are a rectangular shape, and this is what they look like on. So these ones are, I would say, more of a modern kind of minimal vibe. Again, they will go with so many different outfits, and I have already worn these ones quite a few times already. I'm someone who wears sunglasses year round. When I'm out shooting content, I literally will not be without a pair of sunglasses because I just find it so much easier to get a picture that I like when I'm wearing them. So my outfit is never complete without a pair of sunglasses, and I also cannot wait for that time of year when you can literally just like push your hair back on your head with a pair of sunglasses, and it's like an accessory all in itself. And then moving on to Zara. Now I actually haven't been shopping at Zara much recently, but I do have a couple of pieces to show you. The first one being this dress, which again, I'm gonna do no justice holding it up like this because it is also a asymmetric, like cut out detail dress. So this one has a high neck, and then it's cut out all across one shoulder, and it has one sleeve on the other side. It's a midi dress, so it's just very, very basic, tight fitting, and I really like this like mocha colour. And I bought this actually to wear at the weekend just gone. I wore it out for a meal and drinks with my friend, and I think this is a really great kind of like go-to dress for those kind of occasions when you don't have anything to wear. I think it's a really nice alternative to a basic little black dress, and I really like this material from Zara. If you are a regular shopper at Zara, you will probably know this material. It's kind of like that thick, very finely ribbed material that washes really well and doesn't bubble. So yeah, it's really nice quality, a really nice fit, and I think this was £29.99, and I got it in a size small. And then the other piece I picked up from Zara is this cropped knit. It's this really nice like oatmeal-y, creamy beige colour, a little bit of a marl going on in there, and it's quite a thick knit, but it will be perfect for transitioning into spring because it is also quite impractical. So it has this open back detail with this tie, which I just think is so, so pretty. Like I said, it's not the most practical jumper ever, but as it gets a little bit warmer, I think this is going to be so nice with a pair of jeans, or I wore it in Paris with these trousers actually, and I really liked how that looked. I really love the shape as well. Obviously it is cropped, and then it's got these slightly bat-wing sleeves. Neck-wise, it's just a very simple crew neck, and if it wasn't for that detail at the back, it would just be a very simple jumper. But I thought that open back detail was so pretty, and I really just like the design. Moving on to H&M, and I have a few coats to show you. Starting off with this one, which is a very classic trench in this really nice colour. It's very similar to the colour of the mango trousers that I showed you before, but this is slightly lighter, and I would say slightly more green. Although I showed it my boyfriend, and he said he didn't think he could really see a green tone in it. He said he thought it was more grey, but I would definitely say it's kind of like an off-white stony colour with a definite hint of green. Now I actually picked this up in store, and when I saw it on the hanger, I thought it looked like the most gorgeous shape. The only thing I thought when I picked it up is that it isn't the thickest. It's very much a lightweight trench. It is lined, but it's probably not one to be wearing this time of year, as it is very, very thin. Now it was £39.99, and I did have a voucher from like the H&M member club, so I think I got it for around £25. Otherwise I maybe would have left it because of the fact that it is that little bit thinner, but when I tried it on, I just really fell in love with the shape. It is the perfect length, and it's the perfect like amount of oversizedness. It's got these buttons all the way down, and I like that it has the cuff detail, which is obviously the classic trench coat style, but I quite like it when I can ruche in the cuffs to make the sleeves look a little bit more balloon style. Other than that, it doesn't really have many of the trench coat features like the flap at the back or the flaps here at the front, but I really like how minimal it is. I love the colour, and it is a really, really gorgeous fit. And then moving on to two coats, which if you follow me on Instagram, you probably will have heard me talking about already. Now I would say that these are a bit of a trench coat hybrid. So they are like a similar shape to a trench, but they don't have any of the trench coat details. They have like wider sleeves than the previous, and they are much thicker. They're still a really great lightweight coat, perfect for spring, but they are the most gorgeous fabric. I am really impressed with the quality of these, and they are actually much nicer in person than I thought they were when I saw them online. So I don't know if you can see, but the fabric is like a kind of like twill fabric, but it's really soft and has a little bit of a sheen to it. And then they are lined as well. Again, they're kind of like an oversized fit. Again, a really great length. They've just got button detail on one side, so if you were to do it up, it would cross over like that. And then they are belted too. And yeah, I have been reaching for these so much already. I love this one as well because it's got a bit of a green tone to it again, but completely different in tone to the other trench coat. As it's more of like a olivey green undertone. Online it does look like a true beige, so that's just something to bear in mind, because in person it definitely has more of a green undertone. But I just really wanted to upgrade my spring coat, because I've got one trench coat which from H&M either last year or the year before, which I love and wear all the time. So I just wanted to add a couple of other options into my wardrobe. So yeah, now I've got 3 new additions, which is pretty crazy, but I just love them all equally, so what can you do? And then this is the cream version of the previous coat, so it's just exactly the same, but this one has these kind of like pearly cream buttons. Now this one will go with absolutely everything. I think this is a coat that you can really dress up as well, so it will be great in the summer over little dresses, but whilst we're still in spring, you can obviously just wear it with like jeans and a t-shirt. And yeah, I just think it's a really great staple coat to have in the wardrobe. And then the final piece from H&M, which I almost forgot to show you, is this cardigan. Now this one is a wool and cashmere blend, so it is perfect for this time of year, and it's quite a boxy fit, slightly cropped in length. It just has these very basic buttons up the front, and it came in both cream and beige. Now I went for the beige one, but it did look a little bit warmer in tone online, so I kind of wish I went for the cream, but I ended up keeping it because I have actually worn it, even though the tag is still in there. What are you barking at? Can you be quiet? Well, he's in a strap and I'm not sure why. He keeps hiding his chew and then forgetting where he's put it. Where have you put it? Saving it for later? But anyway, it is really nice quality. I actually thought this was going to be the same as another cardigan I have from H&M, which is more of a sage green, but it's actually a slightly different fabric. That one's a wool and cashmere blend as well, but this one is slightly lighter, which I actually prefer for this time of year. Now styling wise, I would probably mostly wear this without anything underneath, with a pair of jeans, either blue denim or white denim. This works really nicely with, but obviously you could also wear it open over a t-shirt or a bodysuit or something like that. But I just think it is really handy to have a cardigan like this in your like transitional spring wardrobe. So yeah, I'm pleased I picked this one up, and it is really nice quality, so I think this will be in my wardrobe for years to come. So now I just have a few miscellaneous items to show you. The first being this pair of jeans from Weekday. Now I have wanted to try this style for quite a while now, and they are called the Row jeans. Now they are a straight leg. Again, they're kind of like slightly wide-ish, and the perfect length to wear with trainers. Now I went for the 24 and 30 leg, sorry, it's that side, 24 waist and 30 leg length. They come in a fair few different lengths, but I obviously went for the shortest one as I only have little legs. And I really love the length of them. I also really like this tone of cream. It's not too yellow, but it's still kind of slightly warm toned, which is like my preference. The only thing I would say is that they aren't the best fit, but maybe that's just my body type. So I did order them in the 24 waist, but I also ordered them in the 23 waist as well. Now the 23 fit perfectly around the waist, but they were so tight around my thighs and my bum. I really struggled to get them on, and they just would not have worked whatsoever. It just would have been so uncomfortable. The 24, however, are really quite big around the waist, but again, slightly tight on my legs. I did walk around in them for a bit and they did loosen up. So I think because I really like the length and I like the tone of denim, I probably will keep them. But yeah, you'll have to let me know what you think in the cutaways. I think I would need to wear a belt with these definitely, or have them taken in. So the jewelry is still out, but I do really like them, so I do think they will be staying. Now I bet you weren't expecting to see this much colour in the haul, but I also picked up a sale piece that I wanted to show you whilst it's still available. This is a Zimmermann piece, which I bought from Matches Fashion. Now I've had my eye on this for quite a while now. I think I first spotted it back in summer last year, and I just fell in love. I think the shape of it is so beautiful. So it's got this scalloped edge around the bust and also at the bottom, and it's quite a tight, slightly like corsetry inspired top, and then it goes out into a peplum at the bottom, and it's quite a dramatic peplum, I would say, which I love. Now I did actually order this one in 2 sizes as well, so I ordered the 00 and the 0, and I'm usually a 6 to 8 in tops. And I ended up keeping the 0 because the 00 I literally just couldn't even breathe in it. So yeah, I would say if you are in between sizes, I'd probably size up in this one just because it does have that kind of like boning style structure to it. But I really loved the pattern on this. I think the floral pattern is gorgeous, and I also really liked the colour. I wouldn't say that yellow is a colour I tend to lean towards, although I do like a bit of colour in the summer, but I'd still say this is a bit of a wild card for me. But I loved it when it was full price, and it was around, I think it was like 40% off, and then I did have a discount code for like, I think a further 20% off. Something like that. I think I paid around 170, 160 pounds for this, which I think is quite good for a Zimmermann piece. And then the final piece in the haul is an Anina Bing sweatshirt that I have been absolutely living in. I got this probably end of Jan, start of Feb time, and I have worn it so much. I have a couple of other pieces from Anina Bing. I think it actually might be Anine Bing, but I'm just used to saying Anina Bing, so I'm just gonna roll with that. But this one is probably my favourite of the Anina Bing items that I own, because I love how the logo is embroidered on. On the other pieces I have, it's kind of like screen printed on, or just like printed on, but I think with it being embroidered on this one, it just looks that little bit more expensive. Obviously these are quite expensive, they're around the £150 mark, but they are really nice quality, and I love the colour of this one. Again, it is that stone colour. In fact, I think all of the pieces in this haul would just work so nicely together. I actually wore this the other day with the cream mango trousers. and I didn't wear that coat, but I do think this one would work really nicely. But I did wear a coat of a similar tone, and yeah, I really liked how that looked. But I also love how the embroidery is kind of like a green colour. I don't know if that's showing up so well on camera, but it's a really nice tone of green. And sizing wise, I went for a size small in this one. Now my other Anina Bing sweatshirt and my hoodie, I think I've got those in an extra small, but I wanted this one to be a little bit more oversized, and I think the small fits perfectly, and this has become an absolute staple in my wardrobe, and it's a really great one to transition into spring. Okay, so that is everything I had to show you in today's haul. As always, everything will be linked down below, and I will pop the size I went for as well, just in case I forgot to mention. And I will also try and link any of the pieces I styled the items with in the description box as well, if they are still in stock. But thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments which your favourite pieces were and which pieces you think I should keep. And I will hopefully see you in the next video. Bye!